Agadarko radio.
Pramo atso abusiafo ye mo bibia ha. Emra so se ene yawo ewo ye match bosome ni de to so aduonu baako. Ewo mfiempi mienu eni aduonu enan emu kasebo awie yaboabo ano no yedi ebeso mo se premtobre kasebo ewo Agadarko radio and Agadarko TV eso. Na meka se kasebo yi yato apete mframem okọ apoye tifini anafo a ubehu yen papa ewo ho na okọ eye Facebook eye Agadarko TV sa enso ena obomoden na se obepie mu ewo YouTube nso eno nso eye Agadarko media sa enso ena eye okọ eye TikTok eno nso ya Agadarko media ena afei Instagram eno nso eye Agadarko media na open your website www.agadarkomedia.com www.agadarkomedia.com na meka wo se kaseyeboy wamo amaso yasne ewo sika fem pa ebo fem ahoden fem a ye de kaseyeboy ebrewo eye Agadarko New Life Clinic o se yawe bia etete wo no bomoden se obeba abepie mu ewo wo maso ye wo meboa kra na womo atu yade ni nyina se edi ama wajese yade ne kompa enya de besan na chi ababie mu na womo se yade bia ade a yefe ne yade de aba oba Agadarko New Life Clinic o mesa kra edi ama wanya de yade no ebesan so ababie mu na womo ewo eye niama bi etise yeba no laboratory service ena consultation services vegetable shop ena omo herbal shop sanso ena pure honey medicinal clay activated charcoal medicinal palm oil alkaline water ena free health bread yen nkwa eni djuma wom edi ewa ha chese oba chese bibibia betimi akoso ye papa edi amaw na wo hwa Agadarko New Life Clinic obehu o machira kwan ewo New Assurance Estate Obanhima bus stop enkran obetimi afre mpenifo na woni wo matwetwe nkomo na wo ha obia no odi ato traditional doctor Michael Kofidako enim no no so moaye owo no odi aboaw frɛ no ewo 0543 95 6165 0543 95 6165 anase 0595609510 0595609510 ubetimi awasape no ewo 0246690590 0246690590 Agadarko New Life Clinic osi go natural live natural na awie kaseyabo no ensamo edim akotini ebi ense omampeni abedi ekire Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia edi atu eye GRA fo meche Ghana Revenue Authority fo anim se eto aya wo mo gige no wo mo susu na emu odu dodo sanso ena ekopie mu ewo mrahye badwafia eho dari butu enye fedi agro asemba yi ena ekoso yede mu nkiremu nyina bebrawo ewo kaseyeboyi emu na rawsam kasiye bi asi ewo Adenta Community Basic School ene se jakasiye bi ato ho me yekase no school ni de fa ahyedwere be ma ya rawsam papa yebebo awrem na de na nso eba nyina no yedi asum yen etiefo na yekopie mu ewo ECG Electricity Company of Ghana wamo ede eye chapansam ede akọ ama womo ewo apuye mantem de ntimpo ena ma ECG pa wopa chew yedi munsam ebebrew ewo kaseyeboyi emu enzemika wenu woni afoforo ena ejika na egitienti osemufu peni asemu edi amamiame nso magepenie na meba betetinsre ene abasa edi amawo na meka o se Facebook no edi no yasesa ne kakra ezanze nkrofo bi omo se omo mobra papa ne boni nkwa no omo ye entu kwa no abo Agadarko radio and TV enno enye AND die no David sign enno aha oba na the TV na kan wo be se a pop up chese yani abre papa yebo dwuma edi ama opia na okọ YouTube nso a me share subscribe like na share na ja comment eto ho ye be kinkan ni nyina edi ama wo afei gibre na yembowura nsem ne mu ankasa
Agadarko radio
enra ena wo mampeni abedi eche Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia eni empenifo a wo mo ewo eye Osunu Kokroko MPP amanyukuo ni mu ekodi nkita ho na wone eye Ghana Chamber of Commerce and Industry for ena wo mo ekodi nkomo na nkomodie na wo mu die ni nyina fa eye manifesto a wo beba edi abeto montene so na ma omanfo nyina hu ni tiri mopo edi ema oman Ghana ewo mfie mpimienu eni aduonu na abeto ense ne omanfo nyina nim se ya kasai no omanpeni abedi etire Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia wo hwe animu se mfie mpimienu eni aduonu na meche 2024 se December 7th ni du December aboso me ni de toso enson ni nya akwawiye na se nyame na dom na yeto aba na obeye mampeni a wa kyerɛkyerɛ nneɛma ahodo a wo bɛyɛ na ɛno no ɛna wɔne mpanifo atwitwe nkɔmɔ ɛna wɔde atu dwa sɛ yɛhwɛ adwumakuo bi ɛte sɛ Ghana Revenue Authority wɔn ɛyɛkuo bi a ɛto akɔ twikɔ brɛma nyina deɛ mu odu deɛ mu ɔha ɛto atubonka ɛto nketenkete ni nyina wɔn a ɛna saa to ni nyina ɛhyɛ wɔn ɛnsa wɔn na wɔn hwɛ sɛ Odi aban kankoa dia aba wo meba bajuo musika dia koma aban ema aban edi adidwuma neno ena ye omampani abedi chede to Ghana Revenue Authority mi charge arefo anim se kama ya se nnwuma nkumankuma no wo mo etiti wo mo ye papa wo mo hunhunu omdodo nti ebeya wo mo hwe na wo mo enyaye na wo kire mu se esanse mpanifo no aya wo mo edi etirimupo bi esi wo mo ani so anaso wo mo di ade besi wo mani se ebia afi nkwa awiye no na yenye opepepem beye mienu mekire 2 billion ana se opepepem beye aduasa ana 30 billion a sasika wo mdi si wo mani so a esanse yesika so a wo ntimi nyanti no wo mebɔ mmɔden ase se nsuo to awiabo wo mefose na sika no wo mo saka wo se ekoba ne sa afi de Inyuma nkumankuma na afianso o ma hya ase no o mo tempenten kwa na o mo tete ejanse kakra bi agin arefo si ye ni ebege to kakra bi a o mo si ye ni ebege to o se ekoba ne sa ha adwene papa into obesre eye Ghana Revenue Authority for se ebeya sa hunhuna a wo mo ehunhuna nyuma nkumankuma no wo mo betimi dia wo mo enja esanse enya dia eboa kra
looking at our tax competitiveness and looking at the burden of taxes on businesses in Ghana. And that's why I said it took me to Estonia to go and look at their system. I honestly believe, and I have called the GRA commissioner to have a chat with him on this, is that they are harassing businesses. And that harassment is coming from the sort of targets they are setting their offices. They are setting them unrealistic targets. So you say, and this is because the tax base is so narrow. So you say to them, this is your target for this month. They are trying to figure out, where do I go? Then for them, it's very easy. You go back to where you got it the last time. Isn't it? You go to the taxpayers, the people who are already paying taxes. And then you have to come up with a new reason why they should pay more. So you come up with all sorts of stuff. There are a lot of good, hard-working people there. They are my friends. But I'm saying that the targets that they are set, these hard-working officers, sometimes are very unrealistic.
Agadarko radio.
Enti bravo a omampeni abedi ekire Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia poto ye nyina no na de wo kire mu ene se enam se giarefo womo edi eye susudua bi ato eye wom sika ho anase womo di trimupo bi anani so ade hu bi esi womani so se afin kwa wiye no ewo se ebia yenya sidi no opepem aduanu anase diasana oha no wo se enu nti no se onipa na tua eto no kura obeba ebia giarefo obehwe omfutuom na sika na wom di womani esi so se womope no womunya nti no ene wo se womosanso ko womachi ene wo ano maba yaba ye beje to ase na se nansia na mti ose akabi sisi ano ya nyi 20 million biem yebaji 50 million eno eni sika sisi ayaji enti ekoba ne sa na se enwuma nkumankuma no wom atiti won panti obesre eye Ghana Revenue Authority eye Jiarefo se be ya sane man wom hwe na wom enyaye
Agadarko radio.
na abra omampani abedi eche Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ekasa wie pe ena sebjofo ye bopini obi a ye ba ne eto ngigiye mu a wa bin wom papa emikire mu a tax analyst eye owura Geoffrey kabute okanse ene ebusa ne se papa kabu sei ena omampani abedi eche Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia edi atudwa na wadwin kire ene sei ne no ena owura kabute edi atudwa se asem no omampani abedi eche Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ekan ye ne die wone ne ya adwin a enya dia ebeyie na sem odi tudwa wabra na wone nsamtwerefo atwetwe nkomo okire mu a ose anka wozo omampani abedi eche kasa asem no kura titiri wu se woka se ekame se Jiarefo tata enwuma nkumankuma ni enwuma ahodo no omo tata om no se akasa ne die okasa ekon square pa dia na woboa na wakire mu se Jiarefo ewa akoni asem bebre a wom edigeto ba ko agidi mpa no ye frɛ no Rambo style na sa Rambo style no eno nso ye to obi a kyese omampani abedi kire na waka ni nyina mpo no kura mpo nim se Rambo style no kyese enya de a eye ekwan bi a kyese eye kwan huhu bia na mmom no wom wo akoni asem bia na se kwan bi ofa so a ne nsa beka sika wope no eno na omfre no Rambo style no ene omefa so na wom nsa atimi aka no se sa adwuma wom aye nyina no na so mampani abedi eche Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia eba na wobeka se Jiarefo etata enwuma nkumankuma na se enwuma dia na wone ne adwen a enye yie oto an kasa yeso no owura okanse esan so akire mu abiom se so no de obi busa se aso Jiarefo etata enwuma nkumankuma obeka se dabi na mom no omo yo adwuma se ne se na efata na de Jiarefo ye nyina no ewo so mampani abedi eche Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ehunu se de Jiarefo ye nyina ye Ghana ye die se ne omai ebedumribi no ye begya besiabo na wom tu omamu no omo biabia nwuma na so wom ye nwuma nso wom ntua eto no wom atimi age sa ato ni nyina esense omo hwe eto pa ewa kam eto a egu akam anya toketwa a sa ato ni nyina no sanka wom atimi agege na wom edi aban no a anko betimi edi ayedwuma bia eho hiampo se obefa plane ana so obefa remusha akwa mu ewo nkrofo krosu se okwa akwaje besian ne se nei USA fo ekeka kire yen se yangi LGBTQ+ na ntumu a omuma ebisia bi ose anka wanyina atu ebetimi atwa enti so mampani abedi ekire kase Ghana Revenue Authority fo tata enwuma ahodo no a woso no one ne ya adwen a enye yie
Agadarko radio.
Ya tuwa kasi yabono eso na endra amrashebedwafo etna se ewo emrashebedwam na enumu ena ebeto dwa ewo amrashebedwafie se omampani na Agadarko akufo ado apa ompanifo bi asoafo bi a wo rese sa asoafo yi womo ebetimi abebo homodin papapa ewo n'adwumam na wo matimi aboa no ewo n'adwuma a woye edi aboa eye oman kronkron Ghana yi na abra enkrata no ekoto mrahye chiamehene epono so no sabre kro no anso na omampani abedi ekire omampani natena ye obi a ono ena ye twetwefo pani ewo mche Jubilee House obi o ye senior secretary ewo ho eye onunyanfo Asanti Bediako kika nsem bi se wobesrem na hyebedwafo se wo hwe na anti LGBTQ+ bill no wo amfa ankwankomo omampani esanse ye kasa no enipa bi asaman mrahyebedwafo asanso asaman bill no de akokoto Supreme Court inti ebeya wo ntwen kosi se Supreme Court beka asem ni bewie na se mrahyebedwafo di nkunim ewo mu dia ne ometimi de akọ na omampani asan na enu nam so ma abra omampani so ede saa nkrata yi ekoma mrahye chiamehene Right Honorable Alban Kingsford Bagbin say 1 year na once in sign no eno na Right Honorable Alban Kingsford Bagbin editu just say wano enso etwen say asamo akwakodi court no wo mo beka wie ansa na omampani nso we no de aba no obesan a wono nso asan ansa na waje wo matum say wo mo nkonkoye adwuma emfa emmo aban no na abrasa asem we ebeto dwa no omanfo pii no a na nwinwi bebre na mpo de sobo edibo executive secretary edmo omampani nana bedi etuo Asante se wono kan hu bi na akwakofo ha we nyina aba na eno nam so Emma donkuma na anu ni ewo mrahye bedwemo no nyamfo kisel ato forcing ene eye donkuma no ene semtwofo etwetwe nkomo ena wo mudi tu dwa se the Right Honorable Alban Kingsford Bagbin won man mo piafo won man emmomo waya ade papa se wanji eye omampani na na adan kwakufu ado na so afo apa om no wanji wo mo antum no no so etwen se eye court ebeji atumu anase wanyi ntumu ansana ono so wo ginasie bi a wasi wose wo madwen bua papa na wei ebeboa emomampani ahu se ampa omayi
of the office of the president. The Constitution of Ghana spells out in plain language when the president of the Republic of Ghana must do when Parliament passes a bill and present to His Excellency the President. The President must assent to the bill or must refuse to assent to the bill when it is presented to him as the President of the Republic. These are the only options, and in this case, there is no middle ground at all per the constitutional imperative. Ladies and gentlemen, let me also say that in the instance case of the Human Sexual Right and Family Values Bill 2024, President Akufo-Addo has taken a strange and alien position which is unknown to the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. Given that Parliament has been injuncted in a matter of the President's nominee for the position of ministers and deputy ministers, it is obvious that this Honorable House is also unable and cannot approve those ministerial nominees His Excellency the President has also presented to Parliament. At this point, the President may have to be innovative, dynamic, and think out of the box by downsizing the size of his government. Let me say that merely piling on numbers by way of appointing ministers and deputy ministers does not signal to the people of Ghana that the President understands the seriousness of the mess that he and his government has created in our country. Ladies and gentlemen, let me also say that this may be a good time for President Akufo-Addo to listen to the feedback about the size of his government. At the very least, the two top political parties, namely the NDC and the MPP, agree to downsize government size the way forward. There is an urgent need to downsize the government in order to save the taxpayers from huge cost of running the government. Already, President Mahama has signaled that in his next government, he will not appoint more than 60 ministers. Interestingly, we are also aware that the Vice President, who was part of a government that appointed 125 ministers, has come around to also promise 50 ministers. So all what we are saying is that, may I ask, ladies and gentlemen from the media, what is the prudent justification for a Minister of State at the Ministry of Finance, which with 2 deputy ministers and a Minister of State? Again, why do we have the same ministers and ministers of local government, 2 deputy ministers and a Minister of State at the Ministry of Local Government? Ladies and gentlemen, I wish to conclude by saying that the Right Honorable Speaker has made an important call, a call for Parliament to unite against the autocratic tendencies of our president and this government. We in the NDC minority is ready
Agadarko Radio
to protect the sanctity of the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. And we stand with the Speaker of Parliament in this. Let the President of Ghana and his government be aware that where this country is going is strange under his watch. And the NDC minority will not countenance it. But I want to urge that it is obvious that His Excellency the President has breached the Constitution, and we will advise ourselves. In the coming days, don't be surprised that we will begin impeachment proceedings against the President.
Wonipa yati ni nyei eye domkuma wamu ewo mrashebedwam ena nuni anase majority leader minority leader onionyamfo kesel atoforsen na abrade ni kasa kwa wiye no ena dom dodo na nuni mche majority leader onionyamfo Alexander Afanyawakin enso di na nutu mu biye no kire mu se wedi eye emrashebedwam chame hene onionyamfo Right Honorable Alban Kingsford Bagbin enwo ya oye papa ewo sene wono nso efa asem no esi efa ye
regarding certain matters before the Supreme Court of the land. Which letter today, Mr. Speaker, had cause to respond. The Speaker expresses his agreement regarding the content of the said letter. Unfortunately, Mr. Speaker went beyond expressing this agreement and rather pronounced judgment on what in his view was wrong. Mr. Speaker did not only stop there, he also used very unsavory words to describe Mr. President. Express certain we believe that in a democracy, certain matters before the Supreme Court on views of the land. Which letter today, Mr. Speaker, had cause to say things to denigrate this we think is very unacceptable. Now let me get into the main issue. Mr. Speaker said that Mr. President was undermining democracy and that he should have resorted to the Constitution in making certain communications to the House. We in the majority beg to disagree on the position taken by him. If you carefully read the letter that was sent to Parliament, Mr. President limited himself to the processes before the courts. And the fact that Parliament itself, through an affidavit, had joined issues. Parliament has filed an affidavit in opposition and is in court. In fact, Parliament is a party to the suit. So for us, we do not see how this would have to affect the proceedings of Parliament. In any event, Mr. Speaker has always deferred to the leadership of the House to guide him in the conduct of business. This morning, the leadership of the House sat together to discuss the various items to be taken. We have finished some of them. There were some that we were supposed to take, and we're told that Mr. Speaker would have to take the chair. It's very disappointing that after Mr. Speaker had made known his own views about the letter sent from the presidency to the clerk, he adjourned the House Synod without giving room for the leadership of the House to even comment. This we find very strange. But this is a democracy. We believe, as Mr. Speaker himself said, and I'll quote him, that this impasse calls for reflection. This impasse calls for reflection. I will play that out to Mr. Speaker himself, that we all need to reflect on the way forward as a nation. He said he was not going into the matter as that would undermine the outcome of same. But we all know that the very issue that was raised by Honorable Dafemepo had to do with the continuing ministers who had been reshuffled to other ministries. The issue of constitutionality of certain nominees had been determined by way of they going through the vetting process, a report coming before the House for debate and final decision. So for me, these are two unrelated issues. How can the Fiamapo raise an issue regarding a minister who has been transferred? Let's put it in that state, that a minister in one ministry has been moved to another ministry. And the words used by Mr. President was that he has relieved them of their portfolio and moving them to another ministry. How does that affect a situation where a nominee has been referred to a appointment committee? Appointment committee has vetted that person, brought a report, and you say that there's an injunction application pending. Therefore, such a situation cannot be considered by Parliament. This is bad faith. This is bad faith. Because you have two unrelated issues being conjoined to create a certain political effect. But again, since this is a chamber where we will do public business, we believe that we need to reflect on these issues and sit together as stakeholders in this politics to get things done. We will rest our case, but before, let me also express disappointment at the conduct of the minority. Is it the case that they were aware of what was going to happen? Is it the case that they would always see no evil and say no evil? Is it the case that they are in support of this action to obstruct government business? They should remember that the people of Ghana are watching. We have ministers who are supposed to manage ministries, to conduct public business for the benefit of the people of Ghana. What the minority has done today clearly shows that they are not on the side of democracy. Indeed, they want government business to come to a halt through their conduct, because they were nowhere ready to get us to even engage, Mr. Speaker. They were ready to pack and get to their various cars and go home. Obviously, it is a political journey they are on. They want to explore the situation to their advantage, and we believe that the good people of Ghana at the right time know that we as MPP in government stand for progress, development, and the betterment of our democracy. Thank you so much.
Agadarko Radio.
Aye Onipa etia nini yi eye dom dodo na anu ni ewo mrahye bedwafie ononyamfo Alexander afenyoma kinini ena yekotie no na wasem kro na mu ena mrahye bedwani ede ma omanfo ene adehia wo ewo boko central ononyamfo Mahama Ayarega enso ede nano atomu bi na de oka ene se wedia wo bo eyamra shebejom chamehene ononyamfo Aban Kingsford Bagwin abasuye papa se omampani na Agadarko Akufo na soafo foforo a wapa wo no wanje wo antum na ensem odi tudwa abra wo no so na wo ne nsemtwefo etwetwe nkomo na wo kire mu ese ono de ha ne kura ene omampani churchofo pani eye ononyamfo nana bedi etuo asante asamwa wono etweroye ede ekoma mrahye bedwafo na owura Mahama Ayarega kiremu a sansamwa wotwero ede koma mrahye bedwafo no kasa na ewom no enkire obuo enkire so de anidie ene eyobroni be kasa respect wamfa amma mrahye bedwafo enu ntino se mrahye bedwam chamehene agina so na se omampani edomo ana se na so afo wapa wom no wanyi womo antumu ono so akase wotwen se court nsemsem nyina bekwa awie ansade a ene omanamo waya ade yie papa se ono nso asisa aginae no oso an kasa eso no odi tudwa se nanka ehu hia mpo nanka hia se executive secretary ede mo mampani ebeba na oba betro sansem no ede akokoma mrahye bedwafo se wo mo hwe na wo mo amfa nkrata bia ankwankosiwo ubon dog one hwan se obeka sansem no edi akire mrahye bedwafo enu ntino se mrahye bedwafo nyina ko bankrom se wo munyintum a eye mrahye bedwam chamehin right honorable Alban Kingsford Bagwin ajatum se nya dia omampani eye asoafo a wapa omfoforo no obedi omatum ono Mahama Ayarega ogitum 100%.
Agadarko Radio.
Ye gyansem weso ne atwe enwo agya abafo nkrato abaye ba ensem no bi wo ho ye de ni nyina ebesom.
Agadarko Radio. Onia, they say the movie I met me di mochiako.
Oh, Jai, Ojonso no etching canayana no ya dinner and so Johnson for Oche.
Oh, they say the Sierra in Makutuasio.
Train, what say, Ojonso 9 can't idiot no Wakutuasi.
Nasia Enkoma Agadarko New Life Clinic. Traditional doctor Michael Kufida Kun Edano.
At the teacher Yarian Kwan or more Esana.
Oh, there be Eba kidney, Mojamo swore into Shewa, area who do I can say woman munina or Doctor Tuasi. And then I call the Biba to so dear any nubina crowns when free home. Pay in Catty and carrot about family credit in Nafi Agadarko New Life Clinic. Now me say, any no by me credit and Yajaba from no cry, a busso, Bibia and natural bring back I say, Bibia organic ewa.
A brain tea or master and Fatu Jana, me Buame Hoa, no smack or salmon home Yariani the ewo. And your Agadarko New Life Clinic, the Iowa, New Ashoman Estate, and Yaben Community Hospital, no, or by him my bar stop. That's the open number being so afraid and dia 0543956165. And ye no kwa obesan so afraid 0595609510. Obetimi was up here, it was 0246690590. Agadarko New Life Clinic. Go natural, live natural. Onia, they say the movie I met me di mochiako. Oh, Jai, Ojonso no etching canayana no ya dinner and so Johnson for Oche. Oh, they say the Sierra in Makutuasio. Train, what say, Ojonso 9 can't idiot no Wakutuasi. Nasia Enkoma Agadarko New Life Clinic. Traditional doctor Michael Kufida Kun Edano. At the teacher Yarian Kwan or more Esana. Oh, there be Eba kidney, Mojamo swore into Shewa, area who do I can say woman munina or Doctor Tuasi. And then I call the Biba to so dear any nubina crowns when you're free home. Pay in Catty and carrot about family credit in Nafi Agadarko New Life Clinic. Now me say, any no by me credit and Yajaba from no cry, a busso, Bibia and natural bring back I say, Bibia organic ewa. A brain tea or master and Fatu Jana, me Buame Hoa, no smack or salmon home Yariani the ewo. And your Agadarko New Life Clinic, the Iowa, New Ashoman Estate, and Yaben Community Hospital, no, or by him my bar stop. That's the open number being so afraid and dia 0543956165. And ye no kwa obesan so afraid 0595609510. Obetimi was up here, it was 0246690590. Agadarko New Life Clinic. Go natural, live natural.
Agadarko Radio.
Yebenda yetiefuo ene yehwefo nyina se motwenye ne yetwe ho akwaji yan aboafo nkrato aba na meka wo se kaseboi yato apete amontene so atifi yepoye ne atoye ba bibiara de ubenya kaseboi bi ahye na wanya bi so atie yato aso a se omafo beka ya abra o mampani na na adodanko akufo ado eba ye no wadi eto omanfo anim se yade bi wo mamu a saa yade no ni dia dodo no anim no pa eye illegal mining na mom ni nickname ankrofo agina di na wo magina tumu eye galamse na saa galai eni ni ase yetu nefo asrafo akoto ne bom wajamne aprotifo achina bone ma ni nyina gala eni ni ase se wo mo de la ilaha illallah wa yade a won beti aduro won wan se yade bi aminim no won ti aduro na won ma se ensuo papa ensuo ni nyapade ejapade de won ma se bebre ejapade won ma se bebre okoye YouTube Agadarko media me producer de enwuma pa galamse fo ye de ama ensuo no ebi hwe onipa da se ni ho pa sika pe yawo chese won ma se ensuo won ma mu nyina ye kasa ya hwe ni ebedumiri bi Ghana yebe important suo ansan ye nya bianom ezanse baby o mutapitap nsuo no ahyase yese yi adie gatamu nsuo no je so ma sensuo ni nyina ene amna bukum ebi ni na ebi musu bukum amna no ni nyina no wo ntefo so mbejai o mampania bono modin abo se anka galamse die obetu ase na die amafo bebere na anim e galamse ho ne se obi anka se efom agudie tuo no eyemfomso na mmom no ewose okogitumi krata ewose mpanifo ema wutumi na afide wutimi etu na omo kyerɛkyerɛ ho akwa obi wa watu awie no ne wagya amena na taa nkoda bi kodi agrubo anse twon na eno so akofo hawo de aba nanso sɛ akwaji tumi kra to mɛkyerɛkyerɛ ho amamene ne ho akwa nyina sɛne ɔkyena bi utu wa amena na wonya osika ne wie a onkɔnkɔfo hawo bi emma nanso esa sika ni bere ene pesami nkum yenti okwabreni ebebɔ no mmɔden sɛ ɔno nko a ebetu akɔkɔhye bantwo baabi atu esa nso kotu a empenifo bɛgye toɔ enti wo bɛgye toɔ paa de ne obefa boys a wɔn wɔ ne area mu na ne o taleme hu fo efom agudie bi wɔ yafuo mu o na yɛ adwiri koko homa bɛyɛ insia na yɛ adwiri ni nyina agu esa sika nti na ɛno nam so emasamtwerɛni baako ɔno nso wakwadere wɔ mam ni di adodo na anim ɛyɛ Edem srem wɔde asɛm ya tudwa wɔse wɔno ankasa atena se ayɛ nhwehwɛmu na nhwehwɛmu na da di pefe sɛ yɛsi a ɔman mu yɛhwɛ bibi a edi enya ɛwɔ yɛnsuo ho a ɛyɛ galamsey na wɔkyerɛ mu ɛsɛ wakɔ mantem awuduo bebree 16 region ne deɛ metimi aka sɛ wakɔ ne nyinaa so titiru baabi a wɔn tu galamsey paa na wɔkyerɛ mu a wɔkyinkyiri 16 ɛyɛ mantem du nsia no deɛ ɔno deɛ galamsey no kyɛ sɛ ɔna champion fo ne nyinaa gu champion wɔn guo ɛyɛ atɔyɛ mantem kyɛ western region wɔse ɛhɔ deɛ aba wɔn tu galamsey te sɛ deɛ wɔn ani abɔ no na ɛno na ɔkyerɛ mu sɛ okɔ ɛyɛ wasa ɛyɛ dadeɛ so a ɛhɔ wɔn tu galamsey papa saa nso na wasa German ɛhɔ nso saa wasa Japa wasa bepo ɛna takwa ɔse saa miamia mabubo din wɔn tu galamsey papa galamsey ni ayɛ sɛ Ghana map no wankasa hwɛ wode kɔ YouTube sisi anakɔnakɔɛ wobɔsi abɔ nkofie wobɛdwen sɛ nsuo na ɛta ɛwɔ ani ha ya utomu a ayɛ sɛ yɛde drone na ɛde aba bɛyiw ɔse wɔ nyinaa ka ho ɛna akɔkɔfo ha bebre na de abrɛ yɛ nsuo a ɛwɔ ɔman sisi ano nsuo Ghana Water Company ombu ni tot we nya ni 3 days na we nya ni 2 days ni nyina ejina galamsey fo eso na no ena samtwerɛni Edem ede eto omampani na na dankokufo ado ene ni mpanifo ani mu se ewom so omampani oko obetimi de na enso ebeya oko no nyiri mu onfrɛ reinforcement anyasa ebedu miribi no ubonse plane ede niama bi twem obadwen se nkrofo goose eyensuo eni akwakọ kredi afi amanfo foro so a yede eba anase epo eni yakwakosa na eni ya dilutu no ne yebenom ayanom esan se de niama akọ ne pa de eni enyan na no kwakwa mu no de tu dwa se oye hwehwemu na beto dwa se yakọ se bobo so ayan furia samiambia ni nyina de o ajankolize galamsey asese woni nyina hwe ne yebedu miribi no akwan a yefa so no ubonse nkrofo ahyase tutu ase woma ahyase galamsey ne kwan ewo kwan na se wani beba ho so no oka ne nanso ana ne epu na ka na bo na no so akakofo hawo e de aba nti obesere mpanifo se ebe ya galamsey no wo mo hwe na wo mo entuso na mo animanim ya wo mo se mpanifo e bo ho modin de ne so ebe ya ankomo yiri mo anya sa asem a ebeba no enye asem kuma
Agadarko radio.
Na metwaso a enra eye ukwada de enim se tam ye ko school no edu ukwada e worship ene oboa wo ye Kristo ni o ye hwan wo ne nyina besom na enra a na me fan se school nyina ye omo homeda a wo mo ede esom Nyankopɔn omo de bompa ye ukwada no awrawosam bi esiye ewo eye Adenta community basic school no ewa Adenta mensini no emu ewo nkramantemu asei na wo mu kiremu a asemi esi wo eye anwumre abra na nonson abo apamu sima no aduonum 7:50 pm ena sare wosam esi ya wo mu kiremu a school ni ya kase no me producer dimfoni no ebeto so school no fa ba bi de condemn to girebu ashikra ayara osemtiwe wankasa wo de ko YouTube sisi anakwana ko hebe onse ejade mu anye fedi agro suku no ahye nanso wo mkiremu a enye ni nyina ena etimi ehye na wo mkiremu a de kofa ejane baaye pa de ye kase no wo mkiremu a wo mu enimu na yene eye MC a wo adenta ononyamfo Ebeneza Doku etwetwe nkomo na ebusa ne se ononyamfo sei ena ato nkoda yi na den ena abeya fanos o eni ye papa se sa ara usem we esiesan se oha we ya aba no ebedi na kakra ansa na disuanfo atimi asanso akosuku nim akosua de ebiom na wo kire mu se aseda de wode matwede ampombasa yi adom totobro nso obo osoro gba asase a wono de nanim na chi onyame bia ni ho esan se koye awia ana nkoda no esua de a ankebe ya rewusem na ankebe ya asem kese papa de ama nenso no wo share ye mpanifo bo se wobebo modin na nsiesie bia obetimi aye nanim ya no waye de aboa Adenta Community Basic School.
Agadarko Radio.
Ya sorry kasiabo no so a na ye kwa kopie mu ewo Electricity Company of Ghana ECG. Na sisi ade ope enkrofo omo trend papa jeso omo ngi ohun me na ewo man Ghana mu a nipa miensa. De di nkan eye wiemu nsa kiraye on de wa heti ache. De tosu mienu eye ECG fo ena afi de ono ba ye nche ye internet mfo de isi ade na asem nkakra ye hwe agua ne sa na ECG fo ede nkrata bi aba na wo mu kire mu a na nse ye hu preso bi se dum so se den wo mu se ye dum so na akopie mu awapoe mantemu a mkire Eastern Region ye kase kofodua ne mpatem mu de aba wo mu dum kane ate se ayi de omanya kende obi omuduma na wasa pa manches foforo ama omanfo ewo etiem papa efre eye isi adwuma ko nsi na mukura den kura na ekoso a entimuntimi nka bibi emfa nkire ya agese ohankwa ene atete nkwa ene yefemu na no ena isi gifo ede nkrata aba abonten na nkrata ne mu ena womo ekire mu ese ohawa akoba ne nyina no enye omfomso na mom every Ghana Greek Company Limited miche Greeko womo nchen ena so hawi efi aba eno ena ma womo ewo apoye mantemu womo ehu saa amanie na womo kire mu se ehuma womo edidi dwuma no ehu atochema ehu akwa adwamu ne ho akere no homa no bi atete bi asai eno nti no womo aguso a womo ehwe eno nti no wobebo modern se ensiesie bia animanim ya no womo ebetimi aye no womo beye edi am omanfo na womo kire mu okrata no mu biom ese womo sire omanfo ne adehye a womo ewo kofodua ene eye ne pesoa so omse ebi etise kofodua okrase osabeni ma asebni ma 50 akemtafo township ene de keka nkura awdo omabobodi nyina no wom so wom sere wom so obia enka na koma emfa anto ne yam na wom guso a wom hwese wom mesiesie eho nyina edi ama wom sanse yakasai no ECG for wom ahoɔden a wom edidi dwuma no wom gye edifi Ghana Greek Company Limited wom enchen entisisia no wom enya ohaw na kyerɛ obia ho beka into wom so manfo se eye technicians a wom ho electrician fo a wom nyina ewo isi adwuma ko wom nyina ka wom abomu a wom hwese wom beye nsikisie na bibia kwa wie ya omanfo ene adehye a wom wapoye mantemu titru anase ni kropon kofodua ene ne potemu no enya de anyinam kane ho hawo no wom ebekomu ebiom.
Agadarko Radio.
Ana brema kwan na awia pemto be kase ba yensa kan no yedi esie na kase boy ensem adi mu akotini ebia ne se omampani abedi che Dr. Mahmoud Baumia edi ato Ghana Revenue Authority animu se womo enjai se womo tata enwuma nkumankuma ene nwuma womo ewo omayi emu na endo amrahebedwafo ekotena ase ewo amrahebedwam na enumu ena Right Honorable Aban Kingsford Bagbin dia tudwa se nya de a omampani na adada nkwakufu adre na so afofofra wapa wom no obeji wom atumu yedi mu kiremu emawo ewo kasebo yi emu sanso ena ononyamfo Mahama Yarega enso dia tudwa se saginesi a the Right Honorable Aban Kingsford Bagbin eyamrahebedwam chamehini saginesi na osiye no otanachi 100%. yesi je adwumakuo no ese yemfa ento kofodua ene ne mpotemu epoyama ntemfuo nyinanim se wo mesra wo moada obi biara a wonya anyinam kane ho hawo no omfa nche wo mesan se wo manya ho kakra wo griko na mom no omguso a wo mo esiesie ensami eka wenum ho ena mesi ekunwa medi abesomo se awia pramto breka sebo ewo Agadarko radio Agadarko TV eso na kasebo yi yato petin ewo YouTube mesre ho subscribe na like na share na comment fama yen TikTok enso ye je ewo sa enso na Facebook na Instagram so yato kasebo bi atwene ho na ukoye website ye www.agadarkomedia.com www.agadarkomedia.com na wamwa wamo so ya sene hwe ye boaye ma yetimi ede nsami ebrewo ye Agadarko New Life Clinic osi o how bi atete wo amane bi e hawo me wo fa ne wa betena manim ana ahwe ansem ni osi how bi a wonam no wo de bo homoden se wo beba omo de omo nsoso yade so omu tu yade na se yade no chese nhini bi a wo mu no traditional doctor Michael Kofi owo ni cheso machine odi etu yade ase obetu ase a yade no kwa emba bi na hwe o ma kira kwan abehu om ewo New Assurance Estate Obanhima bus stop Nkran obetimi afrem penifo na woni wo mo abonkomo ewo 0543956165 0543956165 ana se 0595609510 0595609510 obetimi awasap penifo na woni wo ma twetwe nkomo ewo 0246690590 0246690590 okinkanfo awie yi wotimi nka eyeme ode hie ba kom na kansa na asidaka se enko emfa ma me producer eye DJ Chino wono Peter Mensa ono na abefo tintafidie no ni nyina no wode mekọ se wo mu se internet no isi ehwo aye na yebu ni totot nenso ono wote machine na chi internet ni posuro se obebu nani sanso enamia me wofa AOB obetena machi ebo me oni wa ntena machi mpo obetena manim ebo manim dom ehweye ema America se boyi ebrew enchia biom enko enfama Mr. Entry sanso ena traditional doctor Michael Kofi Dako ena me mame Madam Agata Akoto Bequeen so wanti mi nka biom a me mamomo enitia adehye
Agadarko radio
Ashafo meeting at the Titonu Francisca. Se wechia na se wonya oyare anodra. Me kanfo baby bako at the mouth. Eye Agadarko New Life Clinic. Aha yare nyina last time. Se yare bi etete say ulcer, cancer, diabetes, pressure. Me kanfo Agadarko New Life Clinic at the mouth. Na so wonim say Agadarko New Life Clinic enko a na etumi sa yare bi te diabetes and pressure. Etu ase amane kokra